So one of the things that I keep around pretty often when I'm out camping, car camping at least, are heated blankets. Especially in the wintertime, these are real handy to have. So I've got a new one here that I'm going to be doing a little quick review of. Um, this is a brand, JoyTuTus, that I have not used before, so I'm interested in seeing how well this one works. Nice plaid color. And this one's a little bit larger than some of the other ones I've had. So let me open this up and we'll start checking it out. So I've had this blanket now for a few weeks. I've gotten a chance to go camping with it. I've used it around the fire. I've used it down in my sleeping bag. I've been pretty pleased with it. Overall, it's worked out really good for me. I would say that you start to feel heat coming through if you put your hand on it. You'll start feeling it a few minutes in. When you just like sit on it or have it over you, you'll feel it a little bit sooner. I would say starting about 2-3 minutes in, you'll feel it getting warm. About 5 minutes in, it's definitely up and making heat. And then anything past that, it's just getting warmer and warmer to the point where you might be thinking about turning it off for a little bit. So it does heat up pretty quickly. Nice texture to it. It's got, apparently it has a built-in over temperature protection at 149 degrees Fahrenheit, which I have not gotten it up that high, but I'm also using it where it's really nice and cold. Standard 12 volt cigarette lighter outlet. It's got a fuse built into the end of it. And it also has this basic on-off switch. On the back side of the label, they give you some specs there. So that should give you an idea of about how much current this is going to pull and how long you can run a battery on it. So they're showing about 4.5 amps. You know, that amperage will vary as your voltage changes too. If you're running this without an engine running and keeping a battery charged, your voltage is going to drop down as you draw down the battery, so that'll kind of change the amperage. So here's the blanket itself. Here's the kind of polar fleece material. Feels nice, it's smooth. When you feel this one, you can tell, and maybe you can see, it's not a real super fluffy, real plush polar fleece, which is not necessarily a bad thing here. It means this is a little bit easier to keep clean. So it packs up a little bit tighter, so it's not quite as bulky. So overall, that's fine. You know, it doesn't feel rough on your skin or anything. It's quite nice, really. So that's the material. Here's the kind of pattern that we have on it. And now what I'm going to do is, this is all kind of folded up. I'm going to take some temperature measurements inside of it and let's see how it warms up. All right, here's how I'm going to do a little test. I've got my thermocouple placed well into the middle of the blanket. You can see it's reading about 43 degrees. The blanket was out in the vehicle overnight, so it's nice and chilly. I have it hooked up to a 12 volt battery. This is a portable jumper battery. It also has a nice voltmeter right here, so we can kind of see what happens as we turn it on. And the battery is plugged into the wall over there to keep it maintained and charged up while we're drawing on it, at least initially while we get it powered up or heated up. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on and then kind of watch and see how quickly it's gonna heat up. All right, it's been running for about 3 minutes now, and we've warmed up about 5 degrees so far down inside in the thermocouple, and it's continuing to go on up. All right, so it's a little bit warmer, but just as a test, I go put my hand down in here, and then I leave it in there, and I can feel the heat starting to come through from it. So starting off from a really nice cold blanket and putting my hand in, I can already feel the heat. So this is warming up nicely. All right, so we've come up on about 6 minutes here, and you can see it's up to 55 degrees, so that's 13 degrees increase. I should probably mention, I mean 55 Fahrenheit, not Celsius. All right, we're about 10 minutes in, and it's gone up 20 degrees, and 21 degrees, doing pretty good. Again, I put my hand in, I feel a nice amount of warmth in there. Just even on the outside, you can feel it's warm compared to anything around it. So, yeah, feels nice and warm in there. Let's see how warm this gets on its own. All right, we're up to 70 degrees, about room temperature on the thermocouple. I put my hand in and it's really warm. If I had this wrapped around me right now, I'd be starting to think about turning it off before I got hot. So even though the thermocouple is only at room temperature, you can feel a lot of heat coming off of the blanket. So that's nice and toasty warm. Let's see how much warmer it's going to get. Okay, I've been running just shy of an hour. It's up to 96 degrees in there. And it is toasty, real nice and toasty. So that feels good, plenty warm. So I'm gonna let this keep running and we'll see what it gets up to. And it is supposed to shut off at a certain temperature, I think 149 Fahrenheit, something. So we'll see where it shuts off. Or if it does get up that high and it needs to shut off. Okay, final thoughts. I've got it all folded back up. I'm about to go put away my camping gear until the next time I go out. Folds up nice and tight. I've got the cord with it and everything. I think my only thing I might want to see in it is a high-low setting on the blanket there. But other than that, I've been really pleased with it. So I would not hesitate to get another one or get one for a friend to have used camping. So yeah, I liked it.